My fifth advice is the problem as you've gone through this. This is the biggest thing that causes attorneys not to act. And that is fear. It is scary being an attorney. It is intellectually intimidating to be an attorney. You're working with very intelligent people. You're working with very complex ideas. And when you start off, you're not confident to practice in the area that you're going to. And I remember advice from an attorney many, many years ago, and he told me, he goes, Taylor, when I first started, all I saw was malpractice everywhere. He goes, I looked at it and said, I would never hire an attorney like this. And he goes, he was upset with himself, but then he realized that's how every attorney has to start off. You are not competent to practice in the area that you're going to. The fact is we deal with incredibly complex ideas. This fear at the beginning stops so many attorneys from doing things, from starting off in a new area. And the thing is, we all know that when attorneys start off, that they don't understand everything. And as a legal community, we're okay with that. This is how we've developed our system. Unless we're going to develop some kind of residency program for attorneys where they go work for an attorney under a mentorship, then the state bar is going to understand that you're probably at the beginning going to make some serious mistakes. And they've looked at this and just said, you know what? We're going to be understanding in these kind of situations to attorneys when they start off. Now you're 20 years down the road and you're making significant errors still. They're not going to be so forgiving. As long as you're trying to do what's right, that's really, at the end of the day, you could be doing everything right, but I know an attorney that was such an asshole. I mean, the biggest asshole ever. He did everything to the letter of the law and they still disbarred him because no one could stand him, because no one wanted to be in the courtroom with him anymore. And they found the most ridiculous reason to get rid of him. And I've seen attorneys who totally did everything wrong, but really were trying to do the best thing for their client, and the bar kind of said, hey, we're not going to punish you in any way because you were trying your best at the time. So really what the bar is there for is, hey, there's no such thing as perfection. So my last advice is do it. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further into doing it. Doing something is better than knowing something. Attorneys are great at knowing things. And I've noticed over my life that really intelligent people struggle doing things because they get caught up in their mind. They constantly are running through things and going, okay, what about this, what about this, what about this? And it seems to me that the more intelligent that someone is, the more difficult it becomes to do something. And I want to speak to you, intelligent guy out there. And I know you're out there and you're listening to this and you're going through all the things I'm saying and you're seeing all the mistakes I'm making, and intellectually you're putting everything together and going, hey, I'm a lot smarter than this guy, and you probably are. But I will always have more money than you, because what matters is if you do it. Doing it is what actually makes you money. And that's what makes a genius. A genius is a person who can see the future, can see something and create it in the real world. Not intellectually think about it. Theorize about things. Those aren't geniuses. Geniuses are people who take thoughts and turn them into reality. And that's a talent few people possess. So the last thing that I would put out there to you is do it. And that's the hardest step. It's the last one. You're going to find out it's incredibly difficult. You're going to go through this and you're going to realize, wow, I didn't realize how hard it was to do this. Because you're going to spend a whole year, this next year, if you decide to do this, probably making nothing. But I promise you, it comes together. Year, step by step by step.